Over the last few days, you have probably gotten more than one email from me. And those emails were about the VIP Mastermind, where we've got some openings after the end of the year. And I asked people if they were interested and understood what the commitment of time and finances were, that they give me a call. And I put my mobile number in there. It was interesting. I got a bunch of calls. A good portion of those calls were, I didn't think this was real. I didn't believe this was really the number. Am I really talking to Bruce Whipple? So the answer to all those are yes, yes, yes. It wasn't some AI trick that I did. But what was interesting about those discussions is people fell into a couple of categories. People fell into the category of, I want to do this, I'm serious about it, and yes, I want to join. They paid the initial fee to join, monthly fee, and then they began. And then there were a group of people that said, well, I don't know if I can do this, and my self-esteem isn't that good, and I've had failures in the past, and I'm going to have to think about it. And those people probably won't come back to me. Most of the time when you say you're going to think about it, you haven't thought about why it's important to you and does this work for you. So I want to talk a little bit about how you begin this process, if this business acquisition process is one you want to begin. And the first is figure out why you want to do this. I've talked to people that said, well, my life's pretty good, and I don't know if I really need this. I don't know if you need it either. It depends upon what your appetite is like, what you want to do, what things beyond just the material changes that it'll make, whether that's to family, whether that's to charities. Those are important to you ultimately, and you have to decide what they are, certainly, if there are any. So that's the first step. Figure out why you want to do this. Understand that you will have doubts. You will wonder, can I do it? I haven't done this before. I don't know about acquisition. Maybe I've never talked to big hitters before. All those things are doubts. And as I talked to a person in Australia last night who called me on the VIP Mastermind, he said, yeah, I guess I get some limiting beliefs. Yes, he had limiting beliefs, all of which I have had mentees overcome. So they really weren't things, other than in his mind, that would limit him, certainly. So think about that. Think about your why. Understand you'll have doubts. Look at those that have already succeeded. Oftentimes I hear people who have met some of my mentees that have been successful say, well, it didn't seem like you had any superpowers. Well, usually they have some powers. They go at this pretty hard, they work it, take action, etc. Then you need to understand the process. The process has worked for others. And if you want to understand that, go over to brucewhipple.com, and I would suggest you grab that Acquisition Advantage Bootcamp, those recordings. That'll walk you through each of these steps. Those that don't follow the steps usually ends up badly for them. So then you've thought about your why, you realize you've had doubts, you understand the process. Also understand that you're going to surround yourself with people on your board of directors and professionals who have done this before. So you are not going to do this alone. You're going to have a team that can help you. That should help. Understand that you absolutely have to take action. That is, if you want the secret sauce, that's it. Every day, go ahead and think about the things that you need to do, put them in priority, and then start to knock down that list. And then understand that those that succeed have persisted. They have not procrastinated. We all procrastinate at some point in time, but they conquered that procrastination and took action and moved forward consistently, knowing that they would have hardships, they would have setbacks, but their why, which is where we started this whole discussion, was strong enough that they didn't care about it. So I would encourage you to think about all those things that I've just outlined. think about how important this is to you, why it's important, and then learn how to do it. Learn the steps. Get a mentor. Again, the VIP Mastermind has some spots in it open. You can go over to brucewhipple.com and look at that. And yes, you can call that number in the emails that you received if you are serious about beginning that process. It says sold out for a reason. I don't want to just take your money. I want to make sure you're going to be a good fit and to be able to do that. So, food for thought. Think about those things, but most importantly, if this is something that's important to you and you understand why it's important, take action. If you want to understand about how to start on some conversations, again, there's a free course I put together over at brucewhipple.com. If you want to go there directly, just go to brucewhipple.com/free course, and that will help you as well. So plenty of resources, including me, and I would encourage you as we look at 2024, if this is important, to begin. That's one of the most important things. Just begin where you are. Okay, carry on and keep pushing.